It's still real to me, damn it!
Yep.
Pure electric sex.
The sex is good!
RK Stud. Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of Wrestle Review. Your host, your buddy, your pal, RK Stud. And today I'm going to be reviewing a couple of DVDs that I've just recently bought, and we're going to go with the new format and talk about some wrestling news that's been on lately. So let's get right into it. Okay, the first DVD I'm reviewing for you, Art Video Shoot Interview with Dawn Marie. I actually got this at the Motor City Comic Con. It was the only one she brought with her, and some guy was, well, what's a shoot interview? Well, us true wrestling fans know what a shoot interview is, and so she was telling him, and he's like, well, how many did you bring? She only brought the one. So, of course, RK Stud just happened to step right on in and buy it, and she did indeed autograph it for me. She was a very nice person. Personally, I couldn't have expected more. There's a lot more that we talked about that I'm not going to say, but the DVD, of course, is a shoot interview. She talks about how she got into pro wrestling and the fact that she started out basically as a go-go dancer, dancing in a cage and all that good stuff, and then she got into wrestling because she liked wrestling when she was little and did the independents and going to ECW and not really liking the head cheerleader Francine very well. I guess Francine was just being a real witch. I'll be nice and say witch. And they just had a personal feud throughout Dawn's run in ECW. There was also a quick 15, 20, 30 minute shoot also with Dawn at a party eating cake with another WWE star and Playboy Playmate Tori Wilson. They were talking about how they got along together because there was a feud going on because Dawn was actually seeing Tori's dad for a while. Storyline and how they got along and how they're good friends. So overall, if you want to go out and find it either on eBay or some other auction site and get it as cheap as you can, yeah, it really wasn't too much. I mean, it was just an average shoot, a little less than that. So I guess I give it, unfortunately, a D for disqualification, which is really rare, I know. And then the other DVD, I got this at a flea market a few weeks ago for $3, still in the shrink wrap package, Wrestle Mania 3, the Championship Edition. Wrestle Mania 3 from '87. The reason it's 2 discs is one is just normal with all the matches on it. The second one has everyone coming in, giving little backstories and how they were energized by the crowd and all this other stuff, which made it really interesting, and I'd like to see WWE actually go along with this whole route for all their older DVDs if they want to put them out like that. Some of the highlight matches, of course, were Hercules against Billy Jack Haynes, full Nelson match, King Kong Bundy and 2 midgets against Hillbilly Jim and 2 midgets, and big old fat King Kong Bundy elbow splash from the midgets. That was hilarious. They also had Macho Man Randy Savage against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, one of the best wrestling matches of all time. And it even surpassed the one that WrestleMania 3 was promoted for, Hogan versus Andre the Giant. I've watched both versions already, and it also came in with a little CD of 7 wrestling theme songs. So, I mean, and for $3, it was a great steal and find for me. I'm going to give this one A for awesome action. Of course, lately, you know, with all the news going on in wrestling, we have the first season of NXT Rookies called Nexus, dumb name, but unfortunately it works, attacking and wanting to make a name for themselves in Raw, beating the heck out of John Cena and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who a couple days later ended up having a brain aneurysm. He's alright, thank God. But as far as the whole storyline, I like it, but they fired the wrong person. They should have fired Bryan Danielson, or what do they call him, Daniel Bryan? You know, Wade Barrett is a good leader for the group, obviously. Some of these other guys, but the storyline of them attacking, I'm waiting to see who this fake general manager is. Michael Cole going up and answering email little dings is getting ridiculous on that end. And of course, we all know, if you've watched from the very beginning of Wrestle Review, first one was about Jeff Jarrett and TNA, and of course we all know Hogan's now part of TNA. And I'm not putting that down, I'm putting down that he's there. As for other things, you know, Mr. Anderson being there, RVD as the world champ, Ric Flair being there, I can take all that, but for God's sake, Hogan, leave. You're not doing anything. What are you supposed to be doing? What's the big Hogan storyline? Oh, I'm running it right? No, you're not. Even Bischoff's ideas are ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. I can watch TNA, but I can't watch it as much as I would like to. And WWE, same goes for you. You know, the only thing that's keeping WWE alive for me is indeed the Nexus storyline. Because, you know, I want to know the answers. Who's behind Nexus? Who's the brain behind that? I think us as fans will finally get that twist soon. Either be shocking or we won't be shocked. But, you know, those are all my opinions for now. See you next show.
It's still real to me, damn it!